YouTube, this is your boy NBA.
Back on the mic once again. Bring you guys a triple nuclear on the map hijacked with the Scar H. Alright, let me stop. All jokes aside, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Raise1n here, or Davey, bringing you guys an upload to the 1N Gaming channel. Today, like I said, you guys are going to be watching a triple nuclear done by Savage1n. As he actually fails the quad nuclear, he dies 10 off. I guess he decided to rush it towards the end of the gameplay where he only had 30 seconds left to kill 10 people. And he ended up dying just because he kind of like suicided. It was, I guess you could say, fight or flight mode. But either way, it's a sick gameplay, gets 120 plus kills. So I'm hoping it's enough to keep you guys entertained. As I actually want to thank you guys for the tremendous amount of support we've been getting. We've been getting relatively high ratings as well as view count. And that's actually really surprising just because we did have a whole month without uploading, and then we took that 1 week break where I wasn't able to upload at all. And it's just very pleasing to see that we're actually getting some sort of feedback, as well as a lot of questions asking to join our team, which is something I wanted to touch upon again, just because we are going to be releasing the RC video tomorrow on Friday, which will hopefully give you guys the whole weekend to actually gather up everything or go for whatever, depending as to what qualifications you actually want to submit under, whether it's just a pub stomp or a commentator, GFX artist, whatever the case may be. I just wanted it to be a level playing field, just because there's a lot of people that aren't as busy on the weekends as they are during the weekdays, which in turn will give them more time to do whatever. That way we have more applicants, which will increase the chances of us getting the more competitive applicants that we need. So now that I've informed you guys a little bit more as to what's going to be going on with tomorrow's upload as far as RC goes, I actually wanted to get into my commentary topic, which is going to be about movies. Now, I've been watching movies all my life, and it's had a huge impact on me just because they're very influential, and I feel as if everyone likes movies just because there's a lot of variety that they can offer. They're able to appeal to different types of audiences. So let's say, for instance, you're somebody who enjoys comedies or actions, maybe dramatic or romantic films. There's different types of films that can actually satisfy someone's pleasure, and it's really interesting just because compared to a book, you could say like, oh, I could get the same thing out of a book, I could just read it. But I feel as if movies are better than the books just because they're more immersive per se. It's easier investing someone's time into a movie than it is a book, just because there's a lot more going on in a movie. Not only are you getting an actual visual of the story, as well as music, which could really set the tone and cause a movie to be more immersive. And like I said, with visual, you're actually getting somebody to show the emotion. They're displaying what their character is actually feeling, rather than reading a book, which is totally left for imagination as well as interpretation, just because everybody has different experiences. And I feel as if when you're reading a story and you're imagining things, it varies off a person's experience. For instance, my feeling of sadness may have a more depressing look than your guys's. And I guess that's a good thing, just because for books at least you're able to converse with other people and you're able to actually get a social interaction between people, as well as get to view other people's opinions or thoughts as to what they thought about the book. But that's also the same thing with movies. And movies also give a more social experience just because you usually just go with friends and will more than likely have a really good time spending time with your friends rather than reading a book alone. But this commentary isn't to necessarily say books are bad and that movies are better. This is just to show you guys how much I actually care about movies. Now, I will say I'm very picky about my films just because I like to nitpick things, and things that I don't like I usually take note of, especially in movies. And directors work really hard to actually tell a compelling story, but some of the times it's not very interesting to me, which either upsets me or angers me because I just wasted an hour and a half to 2 hours of watching your movie. Now, sometimes if some of the films are just so atrocious, I'll usually just stop watching it. Like, I'll either leave the theater or I'll X out of the tab that I'm viewing it on. And this varies on genres for me. Take an action film, for instance. If a movie sets up a character correctly, you're going to feel emotionally connected to them, and you're actually going to care for them when they're in certain situations that could involve death or is very dangerous to them. Now, couple this with music that actually matches the tone of the film, you end up getting a great experience out of it just because it feels so real. Now, let's apply this to a film, or in this case, a TV show. I'm sure all of you guys have seen the TV series Breaking Bad, and if you guys haven't, I highly recommend you guys go watch it. One of the best TV shows out there. But aside from me advertising their show, let's just apply this to a certain scene in particular. For those of you that have watched the show, I'm sure you guys remember the episode Crawl Space, and if you guys haven't actually seen that or don't quite remember it, just look it up on YouTube, type in Crawl Space Breaking Bad. And everything about that scene is perfect. Not only is the tension established by Walt displaying an apprehensive behavior, but you start to hear very sinister music. And Skylar becomes very hysterical because she's concerned about what's going to happen. And as soon as Walt finds out that she's given the money to Ted, he starts laughing maniacally. And then you hear the phone ring and Skylar is approaching the phone slowly. And when she finally answers, you hear a frightened Marie telling Skylar that the DEA has actually surrounded her house, thinking that the cartel wants to go kill her husband, Hank. And to shock Skylar, ends up putting it together, thinking that they're actually in danger as well because Walt's a fucking meth manufacturer. And that was one of the greatest scenes that was ever put into this TV series. Anyways, hopefully you guys understand what I was trying to explain to you guys, or at least take notice of everything that I pointed out in this commentary. With that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the gameplay, make sure you guys go check out Savage. His YouTube and Twitter will be linked down in the description, as well as my own if you guys enjoy the commentary. Make sure you guys subscribe to One In if you guys are interested in the RC that will be released tomorrow. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you drop a fat like as well. And go search up Crawlspace on YouTube. I'm telling you guys, get to actually pay attention to what I was mentioning in this commentary. Anyways, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.